everybody, one of Wee's here. It is Sunday, December 6th, if I remember correctly. That's correct, because Skylander Day was the 5th. Skylander Day was great because I got to hit up GameStop, essentially picked up Nightfall for $12.99, and got Mistletoe Dive Clops for free. So fantastic news there. If you didn't know from the recent videos, I can barely talk. I can barely breathe. That's kind of why I think I can barely talk. So my apologies in advance for my voice. That said, last night we took a look at the rest of the Elites, a couple of other things. I did some introductions. They're going to go chronologically through the remainder of the Elites, beginning with Ghost Roaster. And so I left some spaces there. I went ahead and introduced this guy right here, Lance Eruptor. I told you from the beginning I was looking very forward to this guy. Just his reimagined, I don't look ahead at the moveset. But just knowing that he has a lance kind of enticed me, made me curious as to what they might have done with him, how much of his former self was retained in terms of his upgrades and attacks. And just based on the introduction last night and playing around with his primary and secondary attack, he is going to be pretty fantastic. So even if nothing else materializes past that, if the upgrades all suck or make him worse, I'm still going to be pretty fond of this guy. So usually the unboxings come and then the introductions. In this case, I wanted to go ahead. I couldn't record an unboxing because all my SD cards are maxed. I had one rendering. And instead of doing an Elite, I couldn't help myself. I had to throw him down on the portal. I'm very glad I did. I tweeted late last night / early this morning saying how impressed I was with Lance Eruptor. Several of you said the same thing, so that was very cool to see. Octane, I think Ethan, Paul, everybody seems to be pretty fond of this guy, and it will be easy to see why when you see that introduction. That said, $12.99 is what I paid for him at Toys R Us. There's a promotion going, well, $13.99 at Toys R Us, but $12.99 everywhere else. So a lot of you actually probably got him at GameStop yesterday if you could hold out on Wave 3. That turned out to be pretty smart idea. Like Tim, he basically cashed in, got half of everything free. So patience is a virtue, and sometimes it saves you a whole lot of money. So that said, he is a Fire Element Skylander, and again, just like the other returning characters, he is now a Supercharger. And what that means, it's not he's got a new WoW power, you can have both paths active or anything crazy like that. Totally reimagined. Everything you know about Eruptor, Paroxysmal Eruption, Vulcaner, Magmancer, all that stuff, lava barfing, it's gone. There might be traces of it, but he's got, as you can see, there's a lance in his hand. He's got some armor. He's looking like he just raided the closet of Igniter or something. And that's kind of what he's going to be based upon. So very cool stuff here. This is what the packaging looks like. Flip it around to the backside. There's his in-game artwork. Very, very cool. As mentioned, new weapons and powers. Ability to customize vehicle parts in the game. Here he is. His signature vehicle is the burn cycle. I have yet to see what it looks like supercharged. I'm guessing it's going to be like that, which is a pretty sweet look, I must say. Went ahead and I grabbed it. It is the burn cycle in its standard form. I have to say, I think if that is accurate, I think that should look pretty good in the game. So the burn cycle is a lot of fun, actually, so I very much enjoyed that. That said, other feature characters, you've got Deep Dive Gilgrunt, the man we can't escape him. He's everywhere. You've got Splat, who is also available now, and Bone Bash Rollerball, who wasn't available for Halloween and probably will be available 2016 around Valentine. That's just me guessing. I don't know, she could show up in 2 weeks for all I know, but very excited about her. I'm very fond of Rollerball. So what we want to do is see the pocket knife that I don't see anywhere. No clue where it's at. So we'll just go ahead and open this guy up with our fingernails that don't really exist. We'll have to old school this one. If you do want to keep the packaging intact, it's not that hard to do. Obviously, I just tore that with my fingernails. It is cool. A lot of people do that. Some of you reseal them after you've taken them out or something, but What we will do here is pull this, and oh so nice, the name tag is not taped, so in this case it gets to stay right there. If you like to cut those out for use on your storage cases, Powerade tackle boxes, etc., make sure you do that ahead of time. Now we'll go ahead here, we'll take a look at the sticker sheet / stat card, since we only get sticker sheets now. Very cool artwork for this guy. It kind of, if I just saw this ahead of time, I would be very, very intrigued by Lance Eruptor. Power 210, Armor 210, Agility 90, Luck 190. There's his name tag. We will set that down. For comparison, his in-game stats, max health 290, speed 35. However, he has got a wicked cool new dash attack as a secondary. And as with all good dash attacks, think back to Ghost Roaster, Drill Sergeant, we haven't seen him in a while. The dashes make up for being slow, and that plays in beautifully into this new reimagined Eruptor. Armor 24, critical hit 8, elemental power 25. So here he is. What I like to do right here at that 45, just grab the character by the base. In this case, the Rift engines have been quite handy. Basically, you just don't want to grab him by the lance and pull. Just do what I do. You won't break anything. You'll be happy. The kids will be happy. And you can get on playing with your Skylander instead of trying to contact support and try to explain to them that it was already broken in the packaging or something along those lines. So here we go. This looks amazing out of the packaging. Again, this is one of those cases, I'm not a fan of gold or the bronzy, any really color in that range. But with the red and the yellow, the fire element color scheme is actually not too bad, particularly with the fire element kick up here. Only other time we've seen that is with Dark Spitfire. Why? Because I don't have regular Spitfire to date. I cannot find the guy used. I bought, like, I don't know if it's been 6 or 7 starter packs. I didn't get the good deals on them. I got them launched, I guess, BOGO 40 on a few, but I had no idea the starter packs would drop this fast, this quick. So I still don't have. People have been wanting really, really bad to see the introduction for Spitfire. I don't own him, so I can't do it. I keep thinking he'll get traded in, and I can like pick him up on the cheap, but I've yet to see it at my local stores, so I'll have to put out a notice to some of my friends at GameStop. I'm looking very hard for him. So there's the fire element logo there. Again, he's got 1 foot on the valve cover here. Actually looks like he is in between contemplating a move and potentially dashing, depending on how you kind of perceive it. Eyes, very playful here. The teeth contrast greatly with the mouse. Again, the red and the yellow. This is one of the best poses of Eruptor, I do believe. Obviously, it's tough to compare this with previous, because now he's never had a lance before, he's never had an armor helmet before. But I am digging this pose. Speaking of that, I might go ahead. We will see kind of all the elites. I've done a poll, apocalypse type battle. SkylanderClub.com, click on polls and discussion. Anyone can vote. Basically, with Ghost Roaster, we take his SSA pose and the elite pose and say, which do you prefer and why? You can comment on the video. If you want to comment on the forum, just sign up. Don't have to be registered to vote. Might do that for these other characters. I don't know if that's something I'd populate the Skylander Club YouTube channel with. Be on the lookout for that. Let me know if it's something you would like to see with all these characters that are returning. So, would be fun. Obviously, right now, I would have to dig for quite some time. There's quite a few Eruptors. So we'd have to kind of dig that out. I hate to say it, but I think in this pose, I think he would look equally good as a legendary and maybe even better as a dark Skylander. That would be pretty interesting with this setup. But something that I like about it, you get this nice, very nice contrast here. I mentioned I'm a fan of silver over gold. Plays beautifully in with the yellow there. And then similarly right here provides a transition from his crown, not really crown, but like forehead area, if you will, with the trim here on the armor, into this kind of like electric steel-plated blue color of the armor, which again, that makes these spikes stick out that much more. If you note, this is impeccable detail. Whoever designed his helmet should be retained as an employee and probably given a raise and allowed to design more of these Skylanders, because it's not just a helmet, but check it out. There's like a pinstriped flame on it. It's not necessarily pinstripe, but it would be like airbrushed. Essentially, Eruptor had this helmet, and then he was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. we're going to customize this. I want this flame airbrushed on there. And that is what is on there, and that is very, very nice in my opinion. So, no fire element logo seems to be present on the helmets, but again, who cares, because that wins out sort of a traditional hot rod flame there. Pretty dadgum impressive. So, coming around, it looks like these might be straps to hold it down under his chin. Don't hold me to that, but I would assume that's what's going on there. Something I like here, that sort of plays in kind of in the flame vibe, the traditional scallops, plus it looks like it's kind of clamping the lava in place to a degree. Imagine him as a light core, if you will, with like the sword, you know, kind of like an LED trace. This is getting like complex into things that have never happened, but they could happen, and if they did happen, they would be awesome. But just picture like, you know, this kind of pulses and it trails up, you know, from red, orange into yellow. Yeah. I don't know, if you follow lighting effects, you kind of know what I'm talking about. I think it would be cool. Bottom line, this is a fantastic pose. It's probably one that I'm going to go in. I'm trying not to get duplicates because it gets very expensive. And I just spent a crud ton of money on computer parts. I don't even know if I can, like, slap together and have function. So cash is a bit tight, but I might have to pick up a second Lava Lance Eruptor. For those of you that did not know, one of the things that also draws me in, kind of into the night vibe, that's why I've always been a fan of Igniter, and Chop Chop for that matter. But, since it's not just like Lava Sword Eruptor, it's Lava Lance Eruptor, that's my name, and that makes it that much more awesome. If your name was Scott, imagine if this is Lava Scott Eruptor. Or maybe your name is Jillian, and it's Lava Jillian Eruptor. Or Jillian Roller Brawl. You'd be like, oh, that's my new favorite Skylander, because it has my name in it. And he's got a lot going for him, at least in my opinion. So, kind of a blast from the past here. Let's cover his bio. Eruptor is a force of nature hailing from a species that lived deep in the underground of a floating volcanic island. These are classic run-on sentences, too. Until a massive eruption launched the entire civilization to the surface. He is complete hothead, steaming, fuming, and quite literally erupting over almost anything. To help control his temper, he likes to relax in lava pools, particularly because there are no crowds. So great stuff there. Let's go ahead and I will attempt now. I'm trying to think back what we did in these... I don't know. So Lava Lancing is his primary attack. It's sort of a 1, and then he does this spin move, and then on the third hit, he actually has a mace, which who knew? Delivers the exact same damage, but then secondary attack. This is a game changer for Eruptor. He's never been the most nimble guy, but you press attack 2 on your console of choice, and he basically dashes forward, obviously with the lance, you know, spearheading. But he also lava barfs. If you think back, lava barf Eruptor, and you're like, yeah, that was the most recent one, so it's Trap Team, right? No. Lava barf Eruptor Series 3, that goes back to Swap Force. That was Vicarious Visions. So clearly, the people in play at Vicarious Visions that were fond of Lava barf Eruptor, since they kind of made him come to be, you will, if that didn't come out right, but since they kind of imagined him and kind of collabed, sort of developed him and his moveset, the Wow Pow, etc. That was such a big deal with him that they've kind of incorporated that here. So that's cool to see, kind of that, hey, we really like what we did with that Wow Pow. This is brand new stuff, but let's tie it in with this reimagined Eruptor. So kind of nice developer insights there, I suppose, through backwards reasoning. But nonetheless, I think you would have to agree with me. Did we cover anything else, really, when we've been doing these? I don't know. We've got the vehicle in there, but he's got Eruptor Ruffian Path, make the earth shake with this eruption-based path. And then he's got Volcano Vaulter, joust through your foes and blow them away with your lava spike lance. So I think we'll call that good. I'm going to try to crank these out. My nose is starting to run really badly, and sorry for sharing. Sharing is caring, though. But one last thing I want to say. If you've just recently picked him up and you're liking him like I am, I think I've got more than enough cash for his base upgrades. Might do that tonight if I can talk. But he has a deal. You know, the jump attack, basically if you jump and primary attack, he just hits with the lance. If you jump and secondary attack, which you think would do nothing because it's the dash attack, right? So you second attack, and just dash around. if you're up on a ledge, like right here with Nightfall, and you jump and you press your secondary attack, he takes the lance, throws it down kind of between his legs, and he hops. It's like a pogo stick. Very, very cool. I actually showcased that in his introduction, so be on the lookout for that. I may release that one. I believe it is number 25. 2, 3, and 4 are kind of tied in for the elites. But again, I couldn't help myself. I really wanted to play as Lance Eruptor, so I did it while he was boxed. And I might release that with the caveat that the others are coming, so it's technically not out of order. But nonetheless, I am very, very excited about this guy. Again, usually we unbox and we haven't played them. That's not the case this time. I was super impressed with him. Again, enough so to basically make a tweet at like 5 in the morning that said he's fantastic. So I stand by that. He looks way better out of the packaging. You can appreciate some of the details like the, flames on the helmet and whatnot. So can't wait to upgrade this guy. He's probably going to be one of the very few that I will go in and buy a second figure for. Which we'll see how they play out. I'm kind of interested in Thrillipede. Trigger Happy looks pretty cool, but I guess he's getting a variant, possibly, if that's real. Powder blue. Anyway, none of that matters. What matters is Lava Lance Eruptor. Once again, I apologize about my voice. If I could sound normal and not be sick, I would do that. But as is, I'm not going to let this stop me from having fun. So the only downside, you have to deal with it in a video. So that's that Lava Lance Eruptor slogan. Before we forget, Born to Burn, Classic Eruptor. That part has not changed, but you have to agree with me. This is a pretty fantastic repose. And again, he's kind of got like the double trouble-ish follow me eyes, which plays in nicely with this pose. So I cannot wait to get this guy upgraded. It might happen as early as tonight. Even though I said the elites would come first. But I will quit rambling. Oneofwisdom.com is my personal site. You can find all those polls I previously mentioned on the Skylander Club forum, skylanderclub.com. Check those out. Be sure to vote in them. You don't have to be registered. Anyone can vote. Keep that in mind. You can follow me on Twitch, which if I do lose my voice, I might live stream a lot without commentary. So if you're on Twitch, make sure you follow me there. You can follow me on Twitter. Like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. Once again, though, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on Lava Lance Eruptor. Similarly, let me know if you'd like to see sort of the pole battles, where we bring in SSA Giants, Light Core, Volcanic, Eruptor, Lava Barf Eruptor, have the whole cast here, and sort of do the pose apocalypse deal for everyone. So if you're interested in that, let me know. I will make it happen. But I'm going to end this so I can unbox some other guys, and most importantly, get some upgrades for Lava Lance Eruptor here. So thanks so much for watching, and myself and Lava Lance Eruptor will catch you next time.